Okay, this is a 2007 Toyota Sequoia, the last year of the first generation. It's a rear-wheel drive for now. You don't see any front axle there. Oh, let me see, where is it at? Oh, transfer case right there. That's just transmission, not transfer case. Okay, no front axle, no front differential. Let's see. Nothing. I can't really see much. Alright, but it will be converted to a four-wheel drive. And part of the Toyota four-wheel drive is that it has a thing called ADD to disengage the two front wheels, to run the two front wheels independently. And I wanted to keep it running it independently unless I'm engaging it to 4 high or 4 low, which I'm going to use a transfer case from an FJ Cruiser, an automatic transmission FJ Cruiser transfer case. I already obtained the part for that. It's going to be manually shift into 4 high and 4 low. But the problem is I don't have any wire harness that can connect, this to make this thing work. But yet I still wanted to be able to disconnect or to connect the ADD or literally the two front wheels to connect to the front differential, because I kind of like the way it runs with two-wheel drive most of the time, 99% of the time, unless I'm going off-road and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this thing work. Very little information online that can obtain. There's a lot of folks say just to delete it, just basically they said to show you here, to move that in the engaged position and to put a hose clamp over there. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want it to be, again, two front wheels to be independent when I'm going at 70, 80 miles on the freeway. Southern California, not a lot of snow. Never have any snow. All right, so that's in the engaged position. This will be, if you spin this sucker the other way, it'll be in the disengage position when the fork is moved to this side. Okay, I guess it's the front of the car. It goes like that. Okay, it's the front of the car. Right here's the front. Okay. It took me a while. It took me a lot of thinking how to connect this thing to make it up and running, and I'll talk you through that, and I'll show you how I will able to make it work. And I'm gonna put it back together, show you that I can connect the wires straight to the batteries here. That's positive, that's negative, and this is a switch. That's a wiring harness. I'll go through all the details, how to connect it, what pins work for what. This is my first video, and really a long video. That to me it's long because I haven't done any video for anything for anybody. I figure since I couldn't find anything online, I might be able to do this and have some Toyota guys out there that are looking for the same thing. So basically, those 4Runner guys, FJ Cruiser guys, or the Sequoia guys in my case, would like to maybe just chop off that transfer case or take off the transfer case that is electronically disengage or engage, using a similar actuator like that, and they want to run a manual shiftable transfer case from an FJ Cruiser. Okay, and they want to make this thing work. And in my case, I don't have four-wheel drive ECU. I don't have any harness connected to this guy in my car, and I don't have any wiring harness to connect from transfer case to my my computer. I don't have anything. It was never been there. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together and show you a few things, how it, how it works, and walk you through it and disassemble it, and then show to you all the connections. And because I couldn't find anything online, and I figure might as well show it to you since I found out how to make it work properly. I think, at least for my case, it'll work just fine. Okay. All right. Okay, so I put it back together, connected, all good to go. This is just Bunch testing it right now, or Bunch showing it right now, because I already tested it. It works. Right now, it is in the disengaged position. If this thing is toward that side, if it's, okay, remember that's up front, okay? So if it's on the right, it's disengaged. Okay, now if I switch, if I click the switch, and by the way, it's connected. This is negative, that's positive. Nothing is moving. No power is being fed to that motor there. So it's not draining any power. It's not putting any pressure on the gears inside. Nothing. And when I click this button, right now it's on. If you can see it, it's on the bottom, the disengage position. I'm going to click it to the off, which is kind of stupid. I should have gotten the on button only, on switch only, but this is a 3 position, so off, on, off, on. So I'm going to click to the on. See here, and you could hear that it went, and at the same time the lights, LED lights, are to connect, it turns on, and it's still sitting as an on position, but at the same time nothing is moving in there right now. There's no power being fed to that motor. Okay, it's in the engaged position, and you can drive like that. In fact, you should, if you want a 4 high or 4 low. Let me try it again. I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, again, the light is on, bright as heck though. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this to the other on, or in this case, disengage. You could hear the motor went boop, and then it stopped as soon as this thing done traveling. Power is being cut to that motor. Nothing is being fed to that motor again. And most of the time, I'll be driving in that mode, that position, 99% of the time. All right, one more time. On. Lights on. Off, the light is off. In fact, I might connect this, just a little bit less bright of a light, so I can kind of see that I am actually there. Okay, so it's pretty cool. Do it again here. On, see it? On. No, that's it. Which one is that? That's engage. That's disengage. Okay, and again, I'm still connected. That's still connected. That's still getting negative. It's getting positive. But what disconnect power from the motor is inside there, and I will explain that. I'll open it up. I'll walk you through all the pins, all the track, all the logical things that make this thing work. So, all right, it's actually pretty cool to play with this. Let me see one more time. Right now it's off. The light is off right now. Now it's on. Okay, and it's stay on, and you can leave it on for whatever reason. If you go off road, now you're on 4 high or 4 low, or you just want to spin the chain inside the transfer case just to loop it up a little bit while you're running at 40 miles an hour. That would be fine. So now the 2 front wheel, if it's connected, the 2 front wheels, they are connected into the center, into the front differential. Okay, and now if you do this, the passenger axle, passenger side wheel, is disconnected from the front differential over here. And I'm not going to explain all that stuff. That's not my point of doing this video. This video is about that guy right there. Okay, before I remove this, I want to explain this, that this is off a 2005 Toyota Sequoia. I was told, because when I bought this, the guy that sold it to me, he said that, yeah, this is off a 2005 Sequoia. I don't have a clue if it is true or not. But these are the stock original wire connectors here, wire harness here. If you guys are watching these and you have a 2005 or 2006 or 2007 Toyota Sequoia, and you have the same wires color or so, please let me know. You might have a different wire, different color, different combo, but it should work in theory. Again, this is worked by, that's an electric motor. It's not the one that the older style that use the vacuum, use the vacuum line to engage and disengage. This is not it. This is electronic, electric motor right here. Okay, so that is the other end of the wire harness that I cut from that. Okay, it's like this. It's connecting like that. Okay, so that's right there. That shows everything. I don't care if I cut or not because I don't have anything on this end to connect it to my computer. I don't need this thing. So okay, so I'll disconnect it right now. Be right back. Okay, it is disassembled. Just 4 Phillips screws. Nothing difficult about that. All right. That's what it looks like inside the cap. If yours looks like that, it might work like that. That's the other piece. Okay. This is what that little teeth right there, all these little guys here, is spun by that little gear or whatever, that shaft over there. Okay. All right, now for the purpose of this video, I want to define pins. There are 6 of them, and I want to be clear about them. Okay, and I will tell you the color code here. I have it here somewhere. I put up the color code here to show it to you. All right, this is, I'm gonna call this pin 1. It's the closest one to the motor. That's a motor. It's a motor. All right, pin 1. That's pin 2. Pin 3, pin 4, pin 5, pin 6, away from the motor. You can kind of tell because this is where the clip of the, you see it there, the clip of the connector that goes in there. All right, the color for the pins are written out here on the side. Okay, that's a motor, so that's the little shaft there. P1, pin 1, red. Pin 2, red / white stripe. Pin 3 is gray. Pin 4 is white / black stripe. Okay, the thing about pin 4 is that it's always must be connected to ground, otherwise it would not work. Okay. Pin 5 is red and black. Pin 6 is green. Okay. All right, let me go to the inside the cap and show to you what those guys are on the physical inside. In fact, I took a picture of it. Maybe I'll just explain from the drawing here. I took a picture of this and I printed out, and I think it's just easier for me to explain it from there and show it to you. If you can find my pointer here. Yeah, you see it there? All right, maybe. All right, that is right there. Okay, hold on. You know, that's one of the problem I have is finding the tools or the correct tools when I'm working, and that is. Okay. That's pin 1 from the outside. It's the closest to the motor, if you remember that. That's pin number 2. Right there, and it's kind of go around and round, and it ends right there. All right, after 2 is 3, obviously. That's pin 3, kind of short. I'll explain what the functions are in a second here, or in a minute here. All right, that's 3. This is pin 4, the one that's always grounded. It's connected to ground. Look at how big that is. 2 tracks running through it here. It's all the way to there. Okay. It's pin 4. Okay. Pin 5. Right there. And this is pin 6. This is 6 all the way outside and disconnected there. Okay, that's the reason why it stops here, and that's the reason why this thing stops here. Okay, and that's the reason why this thing doesn't go all the way to here, pin 3. Again, pin 5 and pin 1. Okay, let's me talk about pin 1 and pin 5. Okay, if you connect pin 1 and pin 5, those are connecting to the motors right there. So if pin 1 receives negative signal and pin 5 receive positive signal from the battery, it will spin that shaft one way. Okay, that's to engage, to move this guy right here the other way, that way. Okay, now if pin 1 is now if you switch polarity, pin 1 now goes positive. If you connect positive to pin 1 and you connect negative to pin 5, okay, it will spin the other way. It will spin this way. Okay, and then this thing will go to the passenger side and will disconnect the 2 wheels. Now the problem is this: you cannot just connect those 2 pins to positive or negative, or connect them to a reverse polarity switch, because you cannot just keep feeding the power to that motor forever, because it will blow this up, or that little shaft will eat up the teeth over here. Okay, that's not how it works. You can't just switch and do that. It will burn things up, or maybe that will burn, maybe that will burn, something will go. Okay, so it's a lot of guys connect it to like a temporary switch, just kind of let it go as soon as you feel like it stops. That's probably work out just fine. I wouldn't do that. I want to do it properly. I want to do it and connect it properly. As you saw earlier at the beginning, that I can leave my switch on and the power was cut off completely from that motor. I didn't hear a single thing when it's fully engaged and fully disengaged. Okay, and I'll show you how to connect that, and I'll walk you through all the steps here, how those things are working logically. Where is it at? It's right. Where's the drawing? Oh, there you go. Okay, so I'll walk you through this. All right, so I kind of lay down pin 1 and pin 5 already. Those will receive either positive or negative from the battery. Okay, whichever way you want the motor to turn on. All right, let's focus on pin number 4. Okay, pin 4 is right here. Okay, that's pin 4 right there. If you don't mind that little X, it's I was drawing things in the bag and it just went over too much ink. All right, here's pin 4. Okay, it's carrying negative signal from the battery, always negative. Okay, now if you look at here, that guy right there, okay, the closest one to the shaft here, between the 3 of them, between the 3 fingers, point the wrong thing here. All right, that is pin 4. It's connecting to pin 2. Okay, so pin 4 is that one there. Go back. Pin 4 is this one. That's pin 2. So the center one here, the center finger, the middle finger. Okay, I guess that sounds kind of funny. That is pin 2. Okay, and this is pin 6. Okay, remember it's 2, 4, 6. They're all even numbers. Okay, all right, now let me switch this around real quick here to the engaged position. All right, now it's in the engaged position. And let me see if I can fit this back on here. That goes in like that. Okay. This, now, the reason I do that because I wanted to identify which one is for what. These 2 This actually connect to pin 4 all the time also, just like that guy. These two, it's connecting right there. That little guy right there is actually contacting that track right there. You can kind of see the track even still on my photo here, okay? This guy, and pin 4 are connected back here. To focus, there you go, they're connected back here. But that guy is actually belongs to pin 3. It's running along pin 3 here, okay? When it's fully engaged, which it is now right there, it's fully engaged, pin 4 and pin 3 will land right there, okay? And since 4 connects to 3 by that, let's see, by that little guy right there, it's connected, one piece of metal here. That's how the computer knows that, okay, I'm connected, or at least I'm engaged. This little guy right here, pin 3, sends the signal to the computer. In my case, that was the reason why I was able to light this up, is I connect the negative of that light to pin 3, okay? So pin 3, that little finger down there is connected as soon as it's in fully engaged. You can kind of see it here. Now, if you disengage, pin 3 start to move this way and it become disconnected, okay? So pin 3 will stop like right about there on the disengaged position. Okay, so that's kind of took care of that. Now, that, you know, sometime when that's not engaged, meaning this thing is not moving, a lot of guys get like a flashy light, like a four-wheel drive flashing lights and shit. That's what happened. It's not moving all the way to connect. Okay, that could be a reason. It knows that. Okay, that's how you send a signal to the computer right there. All right, now then, what are pin 2 and pin 6? How does it work together? Well, here, remember pin 4 is pin 4, 2, 6. They're connected here. That's a piece of metal. So then here's what happened. If you feed negative, if this is negative, and you engage, the pin 6 will keep traveling all the way to there, to there, to there, to there, to there, and it'll go past that track. It'll actually go about right there. You can kind of see a little scrape there. Now that's when pin 6 is disconnected. The pin 6, by that I mean this guy right here. That guy right there is not getting any signal from pin 4. Okay, so pin 4 and pin 2 are connected, and also pin 3 in the engaged position, but pin 6 is completely disconnected. It moves to here. Now, if you apply negative, I shouldn't say that. If you disconnect the negative from pin 6, nothing is moving. That's the reason why that motor wasn't spinning after it stopped traveling, after it's in that position. Okay. Now, when you disengage, it goes this way. All right. Remember, this is pin 4, but look at pin 2. That's pin 2 right there. Okay. When you disengage, remember, pin 2 was here when it was engaged. Now it's going to go this way because you disengage. You click on the disengage button. And it goes all the way to here, and it stopped about right there. Okay? About right there. It went past the metal. This is all metal here. All right? Now, pin 2 is disconnected from pin 4. So is pin 3. The pin 3 will stop about right there. It's disconnected from pin 3, disconnect from pin 4, and pin 2 disconnected from pin 4, but pin 6 is connected in the disengaged position. Okay, so then I figure, hey, since this is carrying negative, I have to stop feeding the negative to pin 2 to stop that thing from getting more signal from negative battery, so it won't blow itself up. Okay, so it works like that, and I am going to show you how to connect all those pins using this switch over here, and I will explain it in the very detailed ways possible, except my battery is running low on this phone. Maybe I need to charge it. Okay, all right, I'll be right back. Okay, now I am going, so now I just explained how this thing kind of supposed to work from Toyota. But how can I make it so that it works with a switch? Okay, that's actually still connected to my plug here. All right, so what I need is a switch that is called 3PDT. It stands for 3-pole double throw switch. It has 9 terminals. In fact, if you take a look, it got 9 little tabs over there, okay? All right, now it's on Amazon, $10, whatever, okay? And it has 3 position. So this is a 3-position, 3-pole double throw. You don't need a 3 position. All you need is on and on. I mean, I just have off just because it's just because I want to. It's nothing beyond that. That's for engage, and then you can engage and you can disconnect everything while it's still engaged. And that's off. The light's still on if you engage. Okay, now you gotta go like disengage. If I can do it one hand, there you go. Now it's disengage, and the light will go off, and then you go back to off. It still stay as disengage. You can drive like that for forever. Okay, and then you can drive like that forever, and you probably shouldn't drive like that forever, because unless you're on 4 high or 4 low. All right, let me explain how it works here. So this are the 9 terminals that the switch came with. Okay, so for the purpose of, again, this explanation, I'll go ahead and identify this as ABC, RST. These are the 9 terminals I'm talking about. X, Y, Z. So when you switch it to on, A connect to B. I'm sorry, B, well, I guess it doesn't matter. A connects to B, B connects to A. Separately, S connects to R connects to X. Again, separately, Y connects to X, X connects to Y. That's for the first on position. The other on position is when it's off, nothing is connected. All these 9 terminals are all completely independent, nothing connected. That's how it comes, okay? When you switch to the other on, B connects to C, S connects it to T, and Y connects it to Z, or Z connects to Y. It doesn't matter because they're connected, okay? But it doesn't work like that. I have to do some bypass to make it. Here you can see some green wires going there. I'm going to explain right now how that goes. Basically, you can use those 6 terminal to do reversible or reverse polarity switch with those 6. But I need it to work, so I need this guy too. I need this ABC pole here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and connect, and I'm going to you have to connect these, okay? So terminal B will have to connect, solder it to terminal S. Okay, that has to be done. I'll do both of them here because I want to explain how it works logically with the engage and a disengage. Okay, that's the same switch. I'm just making 2 things up here. And then at the same time, you'll have to connect R to Z. Okay, I just use a green wire. And then you should connect. I'm going to go ahead and go around. Maybe I shouldn't. I just go this way. All right, you're going to go T is connected to X, okay? Don't make sure these don't short each other here. That would have been bad. Okay, so T goes to X. Those are terminals connecting with 1 wire, and you can see them here in, barely see them there. Those are the 2. Okay, that's right there is terminal T. Kind of hard to do this when you only got 2 hands. You really need 3 or 4. There you go, connected to that one there. And then you can't really see the other one right below it. Let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. That's pin R right there. I connected to pin, oh, you can kind of see it right there. I connected to pin Z. You can kind of see it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw it here too. Remember, don't connect the 2 wires here. Pins, oh, terminals to terminal. Terminal R to terminal Z, terminal T to terminal X, terminal B to terminal S. All right, same thing here. Terminal R connected to terminal Z, and terminal X connected to terminal T, like so, okay? You'll have to do that before any connection to this guy, to the plug, okay? And I'll show you how to connect the plug. Okay, before we go on, I want to show you a switch that I bought. That's wrong. This is a double pole, double throw. So basically, you got 2 poles here, left and right, and there's 2 throw. That's on, off, and on. So that's 1 throw on, 1 throw on. That's 2 throws. Doesn't work. There is no possible way that I logically think I can connect that switch to make that ADD actuator here works the way I showed it to you earlier. So what I need is this guy right here, okay? Triple pole, double throw. That's triple pole. Each pole is like this, see it? Pole, pole on the pole. They all work independent. Basically, it's just 3 switches in one. And then the throw is like this. That's 1 throw. Okay, that's 2. Let's see here. Which way is that one? That is disengaged. So that's this way. Yeah, that's disengaged. All right. So that's 1 throw, disengage, and that's a second throw. It's throw up. All right, throw up. Sounds kind of funny. All right. So anyway, let me explain how to connect and what to go where here on the diagram. Okay, so that's 1 pole, 2 poles, 3 poles, right? So A, B, if you switch it to engage. Okay, so I'm going to connect, I'm going to use black for negative. So let's just say I want to engage. Okay, so I will need to connect. Well, not connect, it's already connected, okay? So when I switch to engage, remember this is negative. So that guy's get negative. And it connects to, it's probably the wrong color to use because these wires look like they're all negative, but they're not. Maybe I should not use that as what do I do here? I don't have any other, oh, I have blue, let me see. All right, so blue is negative now, okay? So negative goes, oh, okay, that's blue, negative. Ignore that. All right, so now it's, because we engage these 2, the negative goes to here. That's also negative. Can you even tell that blue? I cannot. All right, so that gets negative, but anyway, follow that. This is negative, okay, because it was jumped by that green wire right there. Can you see green there? Yep, by that green wire there, okay? Okay, now, because we switch it, all of this, which is a 1 single throw to connect all of these terminals here, that get negative, because it's all connected now, okay? Well, since this was jumped to terminal Z, terminal R here, that guys get negative signal. At the same time, this was already connected to positive. Since you throw it up that way, the positive, okay, so positive will be done in red. Where's my red? All right, so this got positive, as always. It's always connected. And then since you throw it, these connect, these 2 connect, these 2 terminals connect, these 2 terminals connect. So this get a positive, which send a positive to pin number 5, which was, in my case, color red / black. And then the negative got sent down to here. So now pin 1, which is color in red, it's negative. And since pin 1 is negative, pin 5 is positive, the motor spins to the engaged position. And as soon as it's engaged, terminal 3 and 4, they connect. Okay, they short out. I guess that's a correct term to use for the electrical stuff. And that's little guy, pin 3, which is gray in my case, send it to the computer, the ECU computer, but I don't have that, so I just connect it to my negative on my light, and then just connect a positive on my light to a terminal positive up here. Light shows up. Okay, so that's still engaged. And as soon as it's engaged, pin 6, you remember, it will travel past its track, and it will not connect anymore. There's no more contact between pin 6 and the track. So then pin 6 disconnect. So that guys get disconnect at the fully engaged position. So disconnect, no more signal, no more negative, no negative, no negative, no negative, no negative. So all of these are gone except that positive still stay as positive, while pin 3 is in the engaged position, and pin 3 send a signal to the computer, say, hey, I'm engaged. Stop flashing the light. Okay. Now, let's go to the other guy. Because remember, let's go back here. I was trying to find out this, looking for this paper here. Remember, when it's fully engaged, pin 6 is traveling this direction, and it go past that little tab right there. That's a metal tab. It goes into the plastic and it stops there. That's when pin 4 and 3 connects. But remember, here's pin 2 right there is pin 2. Pin 2 still connect to pin 4 and pin 3 on the engaged position, okay? And that's the only, that's a way to disengage, because then pin 2 will carry the signal, the negative signal. Okay, so let's go to this disengage flow here. I guess you can call it electrical flow. All right, now when you switch, let me see, I want to make sure I do it right here. Okay, so now I'm in the engaged position. Hold on here. This one is engaged, okay? That's that case there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch it to, oh, by the way, if I do it to off like this, nothing is connected. This is still positive, but it just stay positive because nothing connect to it, just by itself. And remember, I came from engaged to off. This is still positive. This is still negative, and it's never connected, so it's just gonna stay all off here, all off, including that guy is off. No power being fed to that if I'm in the center position called off here. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, let's go to disengage. So if I click one more down, there you go. Okay, now here's how the flow goes, and I'll use the same one, blue, if you can see blue. So this guy, pin 2, always connect. Remember, it's connected to terminal C here. So terminal C get negative signal from the battery. And remember, I'm switching these all on, okay, in one click. Just earlier you saw that. And that negative signal connects to here. But that jumped to here to pin to terminal S. So now terminal C connects to B. But B is jumped to S, so B is jumped to S, so S is negative, okay? But remember, these are connected. All of these connected vertically like this, all right? So terminal S connects to terminal T, so T receive a negative signal as well. And since this is connected to terminal X on the back of the switch there, receive negative signal. So these are all negative. Negative start here, there, and then it goes there. So now pin 5 is negative. At this very moment, pin 5 is negative. Okay. I'm going to switch to the red one here. But again, this all connected here. But remember, this was already positive connecting all the time to terminal Y. But since you switch it on, this turn into a positive. Well, it's always been positive. Now the positive connects to Z, to terminal Z, which is connected to pin number 1 in red. So this guy now got positive. So pin 5 is negative. Pin 1 is positive. Then the arms, I'm going to put this back, okay? The arms is traveling, the 3 arms, remember the 3 arms earlier I was showing you. This pin 2 right here, connecting, and it goes this way. And of course, pin by the time it hits here, pin 6 is already oh, sorry, I wasn't pointing to the right thing. All right, so go back. This is pin 4, that's pin 2. So pin 4 and 2 was connected when it was engaged. Now it swing this way up to here. Now pin 6 also get negative signal, but who cares? Because pin 6 right there, it's not connected to anything, anybody. It's just alone right there. It's these two, that pin 6 connect to terminal A. Okay, so and then that arms will be traveling. Sorry, wrong. The arm will keep going like this all the way, and by now pin 3 will be disconnected from pin 4. So pin 3 and pin 4, let me write it right here, is separated, is disconnected. This connection no longer good. Okay, that's gone. Disconnected. Light turns off in my case. Okay. All right, now pin 2 keep moving along here because the motors spin the other way. And it goes and it passed that about there. That's where pin 2, that's where the whole thing kind of stops, okay? The whole 3 fingers thing, this motor stop because pin 2 is disconnected. That's why there's no signal going in here, no negative, disconnected. It's disconnected from the cap there. Or disconnected here, terminal C, B, S, T, and terminal X, which connect to pin 5, disconnected, no power, no nothing there. This guy can stay connected, but so what? You know, it needs 2, positive and negative, for the motor to spin, okay? Now, if I miss something, if you feel like it needs to be corrected, let me know. But I figure that it has worked so far, and I was actually playing with it like on, off, on, off, engage, disengage, like for a while. And I left it engaged for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, nothing burn up. I left it disengaged for a good another 15 minutes earlier, nothing burn up. And I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to work. So if you find this information useful for the Toyota community, I suppose, share it around. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just some ordinary guy that likes to make things run and modify things. And we'll see what happened with my conversion from 2-wheel drive to a 4-wheel drive. If I run into more issues, we'll find out. But I don't give up too easily. All right, guys, have a good one. There it is.